National Lottery facing a £2 billion charity shortfall. That's the article that I want to discuss in today's video. My name's Jim. This is the Better Gaming Show, the event and podcast series dedicated to ethical gambling and gaming. And we're going to go in on this Sunday Telegraph article that appeared a couple of weeks ago. It's been kicking around in my head. I can't believe it hasn't received more coverage than it has. I think people should be talking about it. That £2 billion where people can become immune to big numbers, especially when they're talking about government debt. But essentially, Allwyn are facing a £2 billion charity shortfall, not over the entirety of their contract, but this financial year. So they've only raised 1.6 billion to good causes and charities, where they had pledged previously to do 3.8 billion. Now that is a massive, massive shortfall. And just to put it into context, you know, if you were to gather the or accumulate all of the incomes of the following charities, that will come to £2 billion. So just to give you an idea, here's some names. Millen Cancer Support, 270 million. St. John's Ambulance, 110 million. British Heart Foundation, 300 million. Samaritans, 20 million. Cancer Research UK, 600 million. Alzheimer's Research UK, 45 million. RNLI Lifeboats, 180 million. British Red Cross, approximately 270 million. Prostrate Cancer UK, 55 million. All combined comes to approximately £2 billion. So this shortfall that Allwyn had promised and pledged to the UK people is now stacking up and really, really falling short of their target. So, you know, you've got to wonder what are the reasons behind it. Allwyn are clearly going to say there was a delay in the IT upgrade that they discussed. They also talked about, I think they talked about a reduction in prize draws and people entering and scratch cards. There was also, I think they were going to go down to £1 a ticket. That's not happening now, or well, certainly it's off the shelf. And it just seems to be really, really fraught with problems. Allwyn will be getting pulled in front of senior MPs from the Culture, Media and Sports Select Committee to find out what's going on. However, it just appears to be absolutely staggeringly short towards good causes and charities, which is essentially why this was all set up. And it will be super interesting to find out how they plan to gather back that element. I think the spokesperson from Allwyn was talking about by the end of the 10-year license period, we would have doubled good causes from 30 million per week to 60 million per week. But, you know, that's an easy target in a 10-year stretch, especially when you're compounding the effects and the uplift. What you need to know is that as it currently stands in this financial year, they're £2 billion short, which really, really does need addressing. I'll be really keen to see if Allwyn responds to this or how this story develops in the coming weeks.